As college students graduating soon, we are approaching a transition regardless of what each of us individually decides to do. We will be facing new choices. What job to take? What do we want out of our career? Where should we live? As people living in an increasingly complicated world, we are faced with millions of choices about who we will be and how we will live. Although we are at this transitional point in our lives, with many choices to make, many of us are very busy with daily tasks to accomplish. When so much of our time is delegated between tasks, school, jobs, or relationships, how much of our time is really going into getting to know ourselves and truly reflecting on what we want? If you take the time to know yourself well, it will be easier to make authentic choices. You may not need to switch careers or lifestyles later if you take the time to focus on figuring out what you want now. Having a relationship with yourself is incredibly important. It is the longest one that you'll ever have. Any relationship requires quality time to grow. A great way to spend quality time and develop this relationship is to go on dates. A date is all about a connection. Most commonly, we think of a date as a connection or a way to connect with another person. This change for the practice I'm going to share is to focus that connection on yourself. Spending quality time with yourself can be a good practice to unlock more of your own authenticity and unique qualities. A date with yourself can be whatever you want it to be. The point is for you to enjoy spending time with yourself and deepen your own internal connection. Some great examples of self-dates would be going to a coffee shop to reflect on your purpose, goals, or what fulfills you. And on any self-date, consider asking yourself questions that you may ask another person on a date and really consider your answers. Be honest with yourself, as there is no one else on this date to judge you. Another option for a self-date could be going to the gym with the intent to spend time for yourself. You could also go to a park and connect with nature, connect with yourself, read, reflect, journal, or whatever feels good to you and is deepening that connection with yourself. You could also have an intentional self-care night. Or another example would be to do a creative activity such as writing, painting, crafting, building, or playing music. Creative activities are a great way to learn more about yourself and to express your emotions. Why would it be beneficial to go on a date with yourself? You will likely be able to present yourself more accurately to the people around you and be less likely to let others' opinions define your own because you've taken the time to understand them yourself. It could also positively impact your mental health. For example, I struggle with anxiety, and taking intentional time for myself and romanticizing acts of self-kindness has helped me to feel more grounded. Spending quality time reflecting, relaxing, and expressing my emotions has helped me to feel less uncertain about the future and more sure that if something is going wrong, I have healthy ways to feel better. Going on a date with yourself could also mitigate uncertainty about upcoming decisions. And although self-love can be a daunting goal for anyone struggling with mental health issues, taking yourself on dates can provide stepping stones to practice self-love until it begins to feel more natural. Some people might say that they don't have time to go on a date with themselves, or that they would feel too awkward doing so. And while it may be true that you'll feel awkward the first time or the first few times, remember that that's okay. First dates and first few dates can be awkward with another person, but if it's overcomable enough to develop a relationship with someone else, then it most definitely will be overcomable enough to further your relationship with yourself. And if it feels awkward to spend quality time with your own thoughts and feelings, taking what comes without judgment, then this could be a sign that you need more time to focus on yourself and become comfortable with those feelings. If someone said that they don't have time to do this practice, I would respond that there are some time constraint friendly self-date activities that you could try. For example, taking a few minutes to set up a nice ambiance in your home, and then taking 10 to 15 minutes for reflection and something that brings you joy is still a valid way to take yourself on a date. The important thing is not how long the date is, it is the quality of the time. If you are intentional and focused on connection, it will be a valuable use of your time and could provide many benefits.